I was jumped by two guys, kinda. His title's kinda clickbait, but it's also kinda not. Sorry for the background noise as well. Like, I don't even know what's going on behind me. It's like a little bit of a fair going on, summer fair. But long story short, what happened was I was at the park with my two friends and my brother, right? It was late at night. It was probably like 9, 10 o'clock at night. Pitch black pretty much. There was a bit of light in the sky, to be fair. But overall, dark. And these two guys, older guys, came over to us. And they were, to this day, I still don't know if they were playing a prank on us or they were actually being serious. I have no idea to this day. But we was making a bit of noise, right? We were messing around on like the swings and stuff like that. We were just mucking around as boys do. And these two guys came over to us and were like, oh, you guys need to keep the noise down. You guys are being too loud. Everyone gather up. You guys are being too loud and yada, 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 basically. And, you know, one of my friends, you know, was rightfully so asking questions, being like, where's your uniform? They weren't even wearing uniform. You know, do you actually work here? Where's the proof? And they were just like saying, listen, man, we don't have time for that, bro. We don't get paid. This is literally what they said. They said exactly, we don't get paid enough for this. We just need you guys to keep the noise down and be quiet. That is literally what they said. And like my friend had a bit of a cheek to say to them, oh, how about I just get louder then? How about I just get louder? And this is where things started to take a little bit of a dark twist, right? After he said that, how about I just get louder than my friend? These two guys were like, you're funny, yeah, you're funny, yeah. They started, my friend actually made them mad. And then after that, they said, do you want to bang you in your face? Do you want me to bang you in your face? That's literally what they said to my friend. Mind you, my little brother was standing like 2 feet away from them, right next to the friend that said, should I get louder then, right? So I was panicking, I'll be honest with you. Inside, I was quite scared because I was like, what are these guys going to do? I have no idea what these guys are going to do. So I didn't say anything this whole time, mind you. I was like a bit behind my friend and my brother. And then after I came out of that shock mode, I walked over to him and I was like, okay, man, yeah, whatever, man, we'll be quiet. Just, you know, basically just telling them to go away and we'll be quiet. We'll just follow the rules or whatever, right? Basically, I was trying my best to just disarm the situation because honestly, like, I was scared. Like, I didn't know what these guys were going to do. And I'll be honest, like, I was, like, kind of fearing for my life in a way because my little brother's with me. It's pitch black outside. There's literally no one else around us. These guys could be carrying knives and whatever. And you can probably listen to my story I've just told and call me, like, a wimp and stuff. And even my friend called me a wimp for, like, trying to, like, disarm the situation. But I had to explain to my friend that, bro, I have to protect, not only do I have to protect my little brother, but I have to protect myself, bro. I have to protect myself. I don't know what these guys are capable of. I don't know what these guys are going to do to me, right? These guys could, you know, try beat me up. These guys could try and stab me. And even if we got in a fight and we managed to beat them, because it was 4 of us v 2 of them, so we probably would have had a good chance of winning, like, if they didn't have knives. But hypothetically, even if we did beat them in a fight, we don't know who those people know. Those people could lose to us in a fight and be like, okay, we're going to get man on you. We're going to get you guys killed. And for the rest of our lives, we're going to have to watch our backs every time we come to this park. Or just walk around the area and worry that we're going to get chefed and stabbed or beat up or abused or something, right? You know, and this is why the main lesson of this video is to be the bigger person. You know, it hurt my soul, you know, as a self-improvement YouTuber that loves to be masculine and loves to promote masculinity. It felt so demasculating to be like, to basically like surrender to them and be like, okay, man, okay. Obviously, I didn't say it like that, but like, I was just like, okay, man, okay, we'll be quiet. Like, even that, it's just so demasculating for me to say. But at the same time, even though in the short term it feels horrible to demasculate myself like that and, you know, make myself seem like a little wimp, in the long term I know it will benefit me, because for all I could have done, I could have went up to him and started like, shut up, man, who are you, man, who are you talking to, you got no proof, you ain't even wearing uniform and stuff like that. And we could have gotten in a fight and we could have been stabbed in the moment or stabbed after. We could have been stabbed the next day if we went to the park the next day, hypothetically. Like, it's just not worth it. It's not worth using my energy and giving my energy to these wastemen, these lowlives, trying to, you know, belittle, you know, children, right? My friend, he just turned 18, so technically he's not a child. I'm 17, my brother is 13, and my other friend, family friend, is 15, right? So we're young anyways. Three of us are kids. One of us has literally just turned 18, right? So the fact they're like, and not only did they like, you know, tell us to be quiet and stuff, and like said they were gonna bang my friend in his face, but they were like also trying to like pick on us as well. Because they were like, it's not just you guys making a noise, it's those girls over there as well. I couldn't even see, by the way, I couldn't even see anyone over there, but apparently, hypothetically, those girls over there. And then they like made a little joke saying like, oh, so if you want to go like try chat up the girls, try use your riz on the girls, go for it. But you guys probably don't have that in your, what did I say? You guys probably don't have that in your locker or something. As if like, he's just like, they're basically just like calling us nerds, saying like we can't talk to girls and stuff like that. And then he pointed at me and said, oh, you might have some, like, because maybe he thought I looked better than my friends or something, I don't know. He said, oh, maybe you got something in your locker that I could tell. You might have something in your locker. And then I was like, nah, bro, like, I ain't trying to talk to some random girls in the middle of the night, bro. Like, that's just, like, cringe, bro. It's just weird, right? And then they called me, like, they were saying I was crumbling and stuff like that. They were just trying to belittle me, just pick on us, like, just, like, mentally step on us. They were just trying to do. And, That was the most demasculating thing for me. That was the thing that made me mad the most, to be honest. Probably over the banging in your face. I don't know, I think it might be equal, but that made me very mad. Apologies for the noise in the background again. But yeah. And like I said, it felt so demasculating to not only take them picking on us, but just like surrender to them. It really hurt me. It hurt my soul. But, you know, the future me is going to thank me for this, right? The future me is thanking me for this. I'm in the future. This happened about a week ago, and I only just decided to make a video on this now because, like, I think for the whole week it happened, I was just trying to forget about it, honestly. I wasn't trying to think about it. And I was trying to think of another deep thoughts video to make. Because the first one did all right, even though it was quite controversial. I've already talked about that. So I wanted to make another deep thoughts video, and then I was like, oh, why don't I talk about this thing that happened? Like, I pretty much got jumped by two guys. Well, they were, you know, trying to bait us into saying something stupid, which one of my friends did, like messing around. So we could have gotten jumped. It was a big possibility we could have got jumped. If it wasn't for me disarming the situation, we could have got jumped. Anyways, I'm sidetracking, right? You got to be the bigger person, right? I'm so glad that I, you know, swallowed my pride. I've talked about swallowing my pride before in different scenarios, different contexts. I'm so glad that I swallowed my pride and was the bigger person. I was not getting mad, emotional, and just said, okay, man, we get it. We'll be quiet, whatever. Rules are rules, whatever, right? To this day, I still don't know if they worked there. My brother thinks they were pranking us, but I don't know. Honestly, they most likely were. But for some reason, I don't know, I don't have enough proof that they were pranking us. They weren't wearing uniform. They didn't really provide any evidence. So the more that I think about it, yeah, okay, they probably were pranking us. But there was also a small possibility they were working there. But if they were working there, that's so shameful, man. Like, your customer service is awful. You should not be having a job if you're telling kids that you're gonna bang them in their face. Like, bro, you're just like, grow up, man. Like, you're so cringe, bro. Like, what are you doing? What kind of customer service is that, bro? As an employee, as a worker of a company, you should have some self-respect. You should have some, what am I trying to think of? You know, class. You know what I'm saying? You should be proper and, you know, sort yourself out. You should not be saying that to kids, bro. It's just cringe. And, like, they knew they were older than us because I think they had quite a height difference on us. They definitely had a couple inches over me, I think. It's hard to tell because it was dark. I mean, I could have been taller than them, but I don't think I was. I think they had a couple inches over me as well. So physically, they were trying to demasculate us as well, I guess, in a way. But yeah, bro. Second thing I want to talk about, obviously to do with this, is weird people do weird things, which is the reason why I had to be the bigger person and not get overly emotional. Practically, what those two guys did was so weird. Coming over to us, saying they were gonna bang little kids in the face and acting like like hypothetically, if they were pranking us, which was most likely, like they were like pranking us and like they were let's say hypothetically they were pranking us, like I said. How are you gonna get mad at us responding to a prank? Like, you're like pretending like you work there and stuff like that, and you're gonna get mad at us for like responding to a prank. Like, You can't do that, right? If someone pranks you, you can't get mad that someone's taking the prank as a joke and is not taking it seriously. And that is the main reason, now that I remember, the main reason why I think they must have been working there. Because how are you gonna take something that seriously when you're pranking us, right? So like, that makes you think maybe they weren't pranking us, maybe they genuinely worked there, and once they were done talking to us, they walked back in the building which they said they worked at. So I don't know, it's like a 50-50 with me. I have no idea. But anyways, sidetracking again, weird people do weird things, and I've definitely learned this being a self-improvement YouTuber. Weird people will hate on you, right? Weird people will try to harm you, whether that's physically or mentally. Whether that's physically, my friend getting said to that he's gonna get banged in the face, or mentally, right? Being a self-improvement YouTuber, getting hate comments on the majority of my videos, right? Obviously, like, I feel like any YouTuber that's small and, you know, puts his face online, you know, has information about himself online, is gonna get like 75% hate comments, 25% positive comments. Because I do get quite a lot of good comments, right? A lot of good, nice comments that, you know, make me feel good in a way. But I also, like, with one positive comment comes like 5 negative ones. So it's like, it doesn't make me that happy, to be honest. But yeah, obviously I appreciate all the people that support me. But yeah, weird people do weird things, and unfortunately, us as normal people, I assuming you are not weird, we have to deal with this, you know. We have to ignore the haters, we have to ignore the lowlifes trying to threaten us at a park at 10 p.m. when it's pitch black outside, you know. We have to stand above these people and be bigger than these people, and not let these people win, not let them get that emotional power over us and, you know, make us mad and emotional. Because yes, it's gonna feel great in the short term to be like, man, shut up, man, who are you? Like, it's gonna feel great to do that in the short term, but in the long term, like, unless you're this like big tough guy that can like literally beat anyone in a fight, like, you're gonna regret it, bro. Even if you, like I said, even if we did beat them in a fight, you know they're gonna get man on us. You know they're gonna get man on us. You know they know people that are gonna like try to bang us up and stuff. I ain't risking that. I ain't taking a risk. Who knows? They may be nobody. They may be nobodies. They might have not been carrying knives on them. They may be like little weaklings. They may not know anyone. But I'm not taking that risk, right? I ain't taking that risk. I don't care, blood. I don't care. I'm smart with it, right? I'm smart. And once I told my friend this, the friend that like literally like said like, man, well, he was like the one like chatting back to him and like getting emotional. Like, he was letting them win in a way, because he was getting emotional, not like emotional, but like he was like chatting back to him, like saying, oh, should I get louder and stuff like that. He said, well, I'm not gonna stay quiet. I don't mind if I have to fight. You know, I'll fight these people. I'm not, you know, I'm not a wimp like you guys, right? And that's when I had to explain to him what I've just said about being a bigger person and stuff. And then he like apologized multiple times, saying, you're right, man, you got to protect your brother, you got to protect yourself. I understand, I'm sorry for, you know, me aggravating it. And I was like, it's not your fault, bro. At first you were asking questions, right? Rightfully so. And then once they weren't answering the questions, right, not giving any proof that they weren't there, my friend then decided to respond back with like a you know, with like trying to like mess with him, which is fair enough. He didn't respond to that question. He kind of has the right to say whatever he wants. So it's not his fault in the slightest, right? And I said that to him. I was like, bro, it's not your fault. Like, it is what it is. In the moment, you get that adrenaline rush. You know, you feel like nobody can stop you. But luckily, a person like me doesn't necessarily get that adrenaline rush where I could just say whatever I want to someone in the moment. A lot of the time I think logically, and that's, you know, because of things like, you know, meditation and, you know, even like reading, you know, focusing on the present moment really helps you being more self-aware in situations like that. But the final thing I do want to speak about in this video is a personal problem that I really do have. And like, as a self-improvement YouTuber, you really do not want to play the victim card. You want to take responsibility for all your mistakes and all your actions. You want to say to yourself, hey, this is me. I did that, right? If I make a mistake, it's my fault. If I do something that ends up bad, it's my fault. But like the last like a couple months or so, I've really been thinking that I have like some sort of like personal like childhood trauma or something. And I'm not like fully playing the victim card. I still know that like I'm not playing like 100% the victim card, like, oh, it's my parents' fault, for example, for messing me up in a way or something like that. I'm still the majority of myself is still taking responsibility for my action because it's me making the actions, right? But I just feel like something in my childhood has messed me up, because every time I get in a social situation, or an awkward situation, or like a dangerous situation, like the two guys like trying to mess with us, I freeze up. I literally freeze. There's been so many times where my friend has literally been cussed out right next to me, and I don't even like try and stand up for him because I'm just like frozen. Like I can't even move. I'm like, it's like a little, like I'm like a little baby. I'm a scared child, right? That can't like stand up to himself against his like abusive parents or something. And yeah. So I don't know. I feel like I must have some trauma because I act like a little child when I get in situations like that. Plus, as I've said multiple times on the channel, during school, I was never bullied by like one specific person, but I was always picked on by multiple people. Like nothing extreme, just like people like just cussing me out a little bit. Maybe like once in a while, someone like trip me over or something, like just like stupidness. I'd always get picked on. So when people do try to demasculate me and say, oh, look at him, he's crumbling that he's not talking to those girls, right? It's almost like a bit of PTSD for me, thinking about, my old life when I was back at secondary school or primary school, where I was picked on like every day, bro. Like, it's crazy. Everyone just saw me as like the weird, quiet kid. Obviously, as the school years went on, people started to gain respect for me and see that, oh, he's quiet, but he's actually quite chill. He's actually quite nice once you get to know him, right? So in the last like couple years of secondary school, like year 10 and 11, I didn't have any. No one really picked on me. Even year 9, to be honest, no one really messed with me. But the first like 2 years, bro, people were picking on me left, right, and center, bro. Like they saw, a little quiet kid and they were like, oh, let's go pick on him. And most of the time they got away with it because, unfortunately, my parents never really told me how to defend myself against bullies or people picking on you. The most my parents ever told me, or at least my mum told me, was to go and tell the teachers. That works up until that works in primary school, right? When you're like 10 and below, right? And someone's like picking on you, tell the teachers, right? But when you're in secondary school, you can't tell the teachers, man. That's just gonna make it worse for yourself. You have to stand up for yourself. You have to learn how to defend yourself, right? Whether that is fighting or words, right? And I've talked about this before, like what to do if you're being bullied at school. I think I've made a video on it, if I remember, which I probably won't. But if I do remember, I'll put a little tag there or something, or there, whatever, wherever it is. But yeah, man. So I just feel like I have some like personal trauma where like whenever I'm in a social situation, I'm not present. It's like my brain is trying to escape the situation. Like everything goes all blurry. I'm not like conscious or about anything. Everything goes all blurry. And in a dangerous situation, for example, I freeze up. Like I get really scared, as if like I've got some sort of trauma from like my parents or something, bro. I don't know. I have no idea what it could be. I just I don't know. Had something else to say, but I forgot what I wanted to say. That's great. But yeah, basically, obviously nothing happened. We're all good. They walked off. Because I de-escalated the situation, they left us alone and they started to get a bit nicer. Even though they were like trying to make fun of us, they were like getting a bit nicer and less hostile, which is good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That is, jeez. I need to find like a nice private place to film where there's literally no one. But that's kind of impossible when you're filming outside. So much noise, I apologize. But I guess that is everything I've got to say. This is definitely going to be a very long video. If you have enjoyed or have found this story interesting, I do have a couple more videos that are story times. That I don't really make many story time videos because as much as I would love to make like videos on like my life and obviously mix it with self-improvement, because every story, every event in your life is improvement, right? Bro, these freaking noises. Blooming motorbike, what is he doing? Everything in life teaches you a lesson. But I'll be honest with you, like right now, my life, like for the last like 2 years, my life has been boring, bro. Like nothing really happens. I never really get into much drama, which is why I think I freeze up more when I do get into drama, because my body's not used to it. I don't get in drama often, right? I'm a very peaceful guy. I've never once got in a fight in my life, physical fight. Like I'm a very peaceful guy, right? And like part of me is like, oh, you need to get in more situations where you're about to fight someone so you can get tougher and fight back. But at the same time, that's just not me. I'm not a violent person, right? I would never want to hit anyone or punch anyone or something like that. Right? I'm a very calm, peaceful person, and I always have been like that. I always try to de-escalate situations and, you know, be the bigger person. I really don't try to aggravate things, right? And why should I change that, in all honesty? Why should I change myself and make myself this violent person when I'm just not, right? That's me, in a way, letting the other people win, because I'm like, oh, just because everyone else is bad in the world, I should change myself and be different, right? No, I shouldn't change myself for other people. If I'm like, obviously there may come a time in my life when I have no choice. I have to fight, and that's it. I have to fight. But I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna like try and mold my personality and make myself a natural fighter when I'm just not that guy. Like, I've never gotten in a fight in my life, and I'm just not violent. I really I just love having a conversation with someone, right? We're talking with words, right? Not my fists. I like to talk with words. You know, I like to make someone feel stupid in a way with my words, not my fists, you know? I really like to have a conversation and try to settle things like that. Not fighting. I just find it like someone, jeez, bro. Pretty cool to show this on YouTube, but all these like swastikas on the wall, bro, it's just like cringe, man. This society is corrupt. You got Satan, like stuff, the bloomin', like you've got like a black cross. This is all graffiti, by the way. There's like a black cross on the wall with like blood pouring down it, as if it's like trying to reference the devil. The Illuminati, No Lives Matter, NLM. That's what I assume that must mean. No Lives Matter. I mean, at least he's saying No Lives Matter, not White Lives Matter or something like that. Yeah, bro. I think I have ADHD, bro. My mind is always switching. But yeah. Oh, jeez, it's probably gonna be copyright music. Oh no. I gotta end this video quick. But yeah, be the bigger person. Remember that weird people do weird things, so don't give weird people your time, and also do not change your personality for anyone. If you have enjoyed this video, please check out my other Storytime videos now, and why not subscribe? Because if you've watched this far, then listen, I'll probably mess with you, bro. Like, the fact you're watching this long of a video of a random guy you've never seen before, I'd probably like actually like mess with you a lot in real life. So consider subscribing, join me on this journey, because this YouTube channel is a project, and I hope one day I can blow up and be one of the big boys. Thank you for watching. As always, take care and peace. I love you guys. Peace out.